by Senator Salazar and A8871 by Assemblymember Eric DeLon. And the package consists of 10 prison oversight and accountability bills. And I'm so grateful to announce that the SEO bill is included in this package. We're thankful for the Senate and the leadership in the Senate and the Assembly, along with Senator Salazar and Assemblymember Eric DeLon, who have pushed this important measure forward. There is still much more that needs to be done by the legislature on a number of issues, including parole reform. And we implore the legislature to pass those bills as well. But the omnibus bill is a great first step and a necessary one. And we would also like to thank Assemblymember Emily Gallagher and her whole team for drafting this critical piece of legislation, for championing the bill in the Assembly. And similarly, of course, we would like to thank Senator Julia Salazar for championing the bill in the Senate side. Woo! We truly appreciate you both for all the work that you have done and your commitment to our protecting our communities. And I want to add as well, at a time when oversight is greatly needed, as you know, the State Commission of Correction, which serves as the state's independent watchdog with oversight authority over jails and prisons in New York, has failed to meet their responsibility of ensuring that these correctional facilities are maintained in safe, stable, and humane conditions. That's why this piece of legislation is so important. Along with state prisons and local jails are also in crisis. In New York City, Rikers Island, at least 38 people have died since Mayor Eric Adams took office. Violence is through the roof. It has skyrocketed under this administration. And as a result, the federal courts have intervened and have taken Rikers out of the city's control and appointed an independent remediation manager. That's how we know that conditions have gotten so bad and that the State Commission of Correction has failed to do anything to address the crisis at Rikers and also in jails across the state and in prisons as well. That is precisely why for the past 2 years, alongside with our members and over 100 community groups, with Assemblymember Emily Gallagher and the Senator Julia Salazar, we have been fighting to advance the SEOC bill that would overhaul the State Commission of Correction. The bill will expand the number of commissioners that sit from 3 to 9, and it will also require that these commissioners have a background in behavioral health and public health, someone that's formerly incarcerated, a prisoner's rights litigation, and all of that to make sure that it's a more holistic approach and making sure that these correctional facilities are keeping incarcerated people safe, and if they're not, that these facilities are being shut down. And with that being said, as I said earlier, we're so grateful that the bill has been added to the omnibus bill, S8415 and A8871. With the legislative session coming to an end very quickly, we urge the legislature to pass this bill and deliver it to the governor's desk as soon as possible. So it's time to pass the bill, pass the bill, pass the bill, pass the bill, pass the bill. Thanks, y'all. Thank you, y'all. And I would love to introduce Assemblymember Emily Gallagher, champion of this bill, to say a few words. Thank you.
It has been an eventful 48 hours. This rally was called for the passage of the SCOC reform bill, which my office wrote after visiting Rikers Island in 2021, when I witnessed firsthand the utterly dehumanizing and degrading conditions that people are subject to. I'm talking about people holding bags of their own feces, people with untreated broken bones and COVID, dozens of people being held like cattle in cells meant for one person, people hidden on buses because they were out of space in the jail. The conditions were shocking and deplorable. That experience led me to a question: who is responsible for providing oversight? And it led me to an answer: the State Commission on Correction. But this powerful oversight body was gutted of its resources in the 1990s and has failed in recent decades to do much more than approve construction plans for local jails. It has not exercised its broad statutory authority to protect people, much less to provide accountability, transparency, or oversight. It barely meets in public at all. My bill with Senator Salazar would change that by ensuring the commission is robust, tripling its size and ensuring its leadership is representative of people who understand the experience of incarceration and want to protect incarcerated people, including a formerly incarcerated person, someone with behavioral health expertise, public health expertise, and someone who has experience litigating on behalf of incarcerated people. The importance of passing this bill took on greater momentum during this session due to the tragic and preventable lynchings of Robert Brooks and Messiah Nantwi. It is reported that 75 others have died in prisons and jails this session. So many of us were horrified to watch the video of Mr. Brooks' murder and understand that this happened in a state facility. For those of us who are legislators, that felt personal. We are the leaders who are accountable to Mr. Brooks and his family, and we must do something to fight for them. All session, I've been fighting alongside the Cattell Center and Jails Justice Network, my colleagues, and directly impacted people to move this bill and achieve some measure of justice for Mr. Brooks. And last night, we received word that it would be included in the omnibus reform bill that Chair DeLon introduced. This package as a whole will increase oversight and provide an essential layer of protection, accountability, and transparency. It's not enough, but it is certainly a first step. It is an essential first step if we are to meaningfully move the needle for our incarcerated community members. I want to thank Speaker Heastie and Chair DeLon for their work to put this package together and include 2 of my bills in it. I want to thank the advocates who have been here each and every week fighting for this bill and for so many others that will protect incarcerated people. To my incarcerated community members, I want to say, I hear you. I have seen you in my office every week. I have seen you in the halls, and I read all of your letters. I know the situation is unlivable, and you and your families are not okay. I will keep fighting for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Assemblymember Emily Gallagher. We really appreciate all your work on this and your commitment. And next up, I would like to introduce a Cattell member, Anthony Mound, who will share a little bit about his story.
Good morning. I'm so sick and tired of the abuse incarcerated people are facing. Conditions in jails and prisons across New York are deplorable and not fit for any human being. The brutal murder of Robert Brooks showed us how this system is failing our communities. This system does not work to rehabilitate, but to destroy you. I send the deepest condolences to his family. He should be here with us now. I've been incarcerated and can attest to the mistreatment we experience at the hands of correctional officers. I had many situations where correctional officers had been extremely heavy-handed and used physical violence on me. I filed grievances and none of them were even heard. To make matters worse, we don't get access to proper medical treatment. It takes weeks before you receive medical attention, and by that point, your health is getting worse. People die regularly in jails and prisons because of medical neglect. It needs to stop. I urge the legislature to act with urgency to pass the omnibus bill SB 8415 or AB 8871. This package of bills include our bills to expand diversity of the State Commission of Correction to ensure they fulfill the constitutional mandate of keeping correctional facilities across New York safe, stable, and humane conditions. It's time to pass this bill.
Pass the bill.
Pass the bill.
Pass the bill. Pass the bill.
Woo!
Pass the bill.
Woo! Thank you, Anthony. And then to bring it home, I'm going to introduce our Cattell member, Ziyada Amatul Mateen.
Let's go. Good day, everyone. My name is Ziyada Amatul Mateen. I am a proud member of the Cattell Center. My brother Ramadan Ibn Abdul Mateen is among those who have died while under the custody of the Department of Corrections. He died at Whitney Correctional Facility because of the lack of access to medical care and excessive force. This has to stop. My brother deserved better. Robert Brooks deserved better. Messiah Natway deserved better. This criminal legal system disguised as justice is killing our incarcerated loved ones. Our elected officials must act with urgency because that's what this situation requires to ensure the safety of our incarcerated loved ones. I have a son who is currently incarcerated was at Mid-State Correctional Facility, and he's already experienced the same horrific conditions my brothers faced. He has been starved, medically neglected, and physically abused. On February 27, 2025, right before Messiah Natway was murdered, several incarcerated people, including my son, was severely beaten by the CERT team. One of the individuals had his fingers and ankles crushed. They were then immediately thrown in the SHU, where they were routinely denied medical attention. I worry every single day for his safety. As family members, we shouldn't have to grieve our loved ones or worry daily about their well-being while detained at a New York State jail or prisons. Yet, this is our current reality we face. We thank the Senate and Assembly leadership for including our SCOC bill in this omnibus bill SB 8415 and AB 8871. The SCOC bill will expand and diversify the State Commissions of Corrections to meet their mandate of protecting the constitutional rights of incarcerated people. Lives are at stake. The clock is running out. The time to pass the bill, the time is now. Thank you. Pass the bill. Pass the bill. Pass the bill. Thank you.
Woo! What do we want? SCOC bill. What do we want?
SCOC bill.
What do we want?
SCOC bill.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
And if we don't get it,
shut it down.
and if we don't get it,
shut it down.
and if we don't get it,
shut it down.
Woo! Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate you all for coming. We're going to continue to push the Senate leadership and Assembly leadership to make sure that they pass the omnibus bill. And like Zayada said, the time is clicking. The legislative session is coming to an end very soon. And so we need them to add with urgency because that's what this moment requires. And so we really appreciate you all for coming, and we'll keep you all posted on what the next steps are. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Woo!